Are you changing your client niche or restarting your socials in your coaching business? Do you feel like you don't have any coaching methodology to even start with? Well, if you are curious about what to do to be a health coach for your ideal client, then you are in luck. In this video, I'm going to share with you what I would do if I was going to be starting my coaching business from scratch. Oh yeah, and if you don't know who I am, what's up? I'm Andrew Costa, and I help health coaches and business owners build and scale their business online by being unique. This is building their own unique way of business. And I kind of built my own health coaching business that hit 1.1 million last year, if you are into that kind of stuff. But back to the video, of course, if I were a health coach starting my business over right now, I would follow these 5 steps to getting back to 20 to 30K recurring month ASAP, because recurring money is money that builds successful businesses. So step number 1, I would start up a TikTok and a YouTube channel to share my content right away. And the reason why I selected YouTube and TikTok is because a lot of the platforms like Instagram, Facebook, those are very saturated. There are tons of content creators, and there's almost a one-to-one between a content creator and a content consumer. And for you to be able to stand out in a market against all of these other health coaches probably working in the same niche that you have to either be first or you have to be crazy different. And sometimes, especially if you're building a new brand, it's tough for you to develop that difference very quickly. So this is where you're going to have to be first, and you're going to have to pick a platform that has more consumers, more viewers, more of your audience than it is creators. And hands down, TikTok is the number 1 platform for that right now. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, they're about to ban TikTok in the United States. Listen, even though they might very well do that, it's important for you to understand that a lot of content creators are leaving the platform for fear that this might happen, which leaves the opportunity. Like, I'm a big opportunist as a coach. When I see people leave, it means that I can take their market share. It means I can step in and I can start to coach the people that are still on that platform who haven't left. And the thing is TikTok is such a big company. It has such amount of marketing dollars, people spending ads to it, that even if there is a ban, they're going to find a workaround. They're going to find some type of an agreement for them to become compliant, which means that the platform is going to open up again. So if it's going to open up again, you want to have the largest market share. You want to be the person who's consistently creating the content there, so that way you can effectively be the first to capitalize on a large audience. So TikTok is phenomenal for this. In my opinion, it's way better than Instagram because it's got a lot more features. But also, when you go live on TikTok, you get a huge boost to your visibility. So you can actually rack up a large audience fairly quickly, as opposed to, what I'm doing right now, Facebook and Instagram. I'm doing those platforms as opposed to TikTok. My TikTok is new, but that's only because I'm so well established on the first 2 platforms that I'm like, you know what, for me to move now doesn't make sense because I already have this large audience. But if I was to start over again, hands down, all in on TikTok. And then the second thing is the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is great because YouTube is the number 2 search engine outside of Google. So if people are trying to find a coach like you to help with the specific niche, to help in their audience, to really help them with their problem, they're either going to go to Google to type in different things, or they're going to go to YouTube and they're going to search for ways to deal with their issue. And I can tell you, YouTube hands down finds you such high quality clients, and that's because these are self-led people. Think about it. When you go and you YouTube something, you are actively searching for answers. You're searching for tools. You're searching for resources to help you deal with the challenge, versus speaking to somebody on social media who they're just scrolling and you're just a dopamine hit for them. Like, I can tell you, when I really started to focus on people who were actively searching for a solution versus me trying to convince someone, YouTube, hands down, these people are ready to buy. They're just looking to see if you are the right person to work with them. That's why I started a YouTube channel. And honestly, I wish I would have started a YouTube channel 2 years ago. I wasn't a business coach then. I just had my health coaching company. But the most relatable search terms for health coaching People search their symptoms, they search the struggle. I'm struggling with this. How can I overcome it? And then they're always looking for solutions. So, symptoms, how, and solutions are really great pieces of content for you to be able to create on the channel. Now, when it comes to a part of this step one, if you're starting up this TikTok or you're starting up the YouTube channel, guess what? You've got to get a quick amount of content out there, because if someone finds you and they see that you only have 3 or 4 videos, or you don't have a lot of information for them, they're going to say, oh, I don't want to work with someone who's super new. And so they're going to leave. It's more important for you to capture an audience than it is for you to create visibility, although both of them are really close together. So what I would do is I would start posting on TikTok 3 times a day for 30 days. That will help show the algorithms like, hey, this person is a content creator. They're showing a lot of engagement. They're really putting their stuff out there. Will help build your audience up really quick. But then also too, when someone new finds that, they're going to see 60, 90 videos that are there. So they're going to say this person is not new, and that's going to make them stick around. Once you start this step one of building up that TikTok and the YouTube channel, this is where I would go into step 2, which is finding 5 professionals in my field who work with my type of clients, but they don't do what I do. Here's why I say finding 5 professionals. You can build a high amount of clients without having an audience whatsoever. This was actually the first way that I built my business. I built several businesses this way. I built my in-home training this way. I built my this way when I had a studio, and I found 5 professionals. I found naturopaths. I found dietitians. I found chiropractors. So looking for other people who are similar to the same, like they work with the same type of clientele, but they're not doing what you do. So the reason why is because they're looking for people who can fill that niche, because most people want to stay in their lane of genius. They want to work with clients on a specific thing, and then they want to build up the connections. So once you find these 5 professionals, this is where you would then either ask to hop on their podcast, you'd offer a way to maybe do a live training for their audience, or you would work to do a collaboration, maybe a joint seminar or an event where you could bring their audience and their clients out to then learn from you. They get automatic trust, because guess what? That person trusts you, and they're working with that coach or that other professional, which means they're going to trust you automatically. And then boom, they're going to offer to say, hey, look, what type of program do you have, or how can I work with you as a coach? I can't tell you, the building trust piece is so important, especially for someone restarting into a niche or restarting their online coaching business as a health coach. You need to build trust very quickly. So if I do not have the trust, or if I don't have a large audience, why wouldn't I leverage the trust of another professional who trusts me? It just makes the most sense to me. Then step 3, I would focus on creating a strong value draw. As you start to build this audience, you're going to need something for them to be able to absorb and digest, for them to know how you coach, know how you operate, to build this trust quickly. Where health coaches make mistakes is they start making all of this content, and then people spend 6 months digesting content before becoming your client, when in reality, you could put them into a value draw that builds trust within a 2 to 3 week process, and then they're your client right away. It shortens the time between when they see you to when they actually become the client. So for those of you who don't know what a value draw is, this is like a live training series, a webinar. Technically, it's a value stacked funnel system, which it might start with a free lead draw at the very beginning. Hey, we put together a 3-day series training completely free that helps with whatever your issue is, and make it very specific. Helps with bloating, helps with digestion, whatever the specific thing that your clients are looking for. And then it's going to put them into a nurture series. This is where you're going to give them free resources. You're going to give them this webinar. You're going to ask them to attend a live training. And I love live trainings, because then when these people are there, not only are they receiving a ton of value by learning the how and the tools, or learning more about their problem, but they're also getting to spend in your energy. Just like you're watching this video right now, you get a feeling and a sense of what would it be like to work with Coach Andrew inside of a program, or with him coaching me on my business. And the level of energy then allows someone to decide, "Oh, you know what, I can really see myself working with that coach." So create a strong value draw. Make it really specific to the type of problem that you're looking to serve with the client. Give away all of the tools up front. Do not gatekeep when it comes to the value draw. Give it all up front. And then make sure that you're having these little action steps in between the value draw to keep them engaged. Either put them in a community with it, put them in a small group, or ask questions and get them to start creating their own feedback so that way they feel like they are a part of the process. Now, once I have this value draw, guess what? I'm going to have to lead them to an offer. And this is step 4. You have to create your offer laneway. An offer laneway consists of basically 3 things. Number 1, you need a signature offer. This is your flagship offer, the thing that everyone is going to go to. Most coaches have too many offers because they don't know how to actually promote one offer and they can't fill it. So they start creating these smaller offers just hoping that people will buy. An offer laneway is very, very clear. Everyone goes into a signature offer because your ideal client is going to have a similar problem. And that signature offer is going to be very good at dealing with that specific issue. And then inside your offer laneway, you're going to have one downsell or a starter. For people who maybe can't afford the offer, you still want to be able to have them in your world or get them started on the journey. So you need one downsell that gives them the start of their journey, as well as having some quick wins. And then a self-paced course. A self-paced course is very important as a health coach, because let's say someone wants to work with you, but they're self-led. Maybe they don't need the coaching. They don't need the high level of connection. Maybe they're like, listen, I just want to be able to take the tools, learn what I need to know, and then apply it. Self-paced courses are great for that. So when you have a signature offer, everyone goes in and it becomes easier for you to talk about the offer, easier for you to sell. You can streamline the process of your delivery, which is really important. That starts to maximize your time. You have a downsell for the people who can't afford it initially, and then you will upsell them into the signature offer again. And a self-paced course for people who want to be in your world, but don't want to coach with you one-on-one directly. Final piece is step 5. This is the thing that's going to tie it all together. You start to build this audience. You're going to start to want to create ascension-based content. This is really creating content that attracts the highest level buyer. So you're speaking more to people who are completely ready to buy, as opposed to people who maybe are like trying to still build trust in you. Remember, when we're creating content, when we're building a tribe, when we are building our coaching business, we want to work with people who are ready. We don't want to convince people. We don't want to have to deal with objections. And so the way that we improve our sales process and our funnel system is we create ascension-based content. This comes down to sharing how you invest and you buy. You have to share with people what you invest in, how many times a year you invest in a coach, what your buying style is. And then, of course, you have to share how you operate in your world with your mentors. What is it like for you to work with a coach? How do you use your coaches? How do you operate in your coaching? Is it more mentoring? Is it coaching? Is it more tools? Is it embodiment? You have to show them what it looks like. And then you have to share the transformation process and the journey and how fun it is. People want to see that they can enjoy the process of putting in the effort to see the result. Because if they can't picture what the transformation process is going to be like, it's going to be very hard for them to commit to a program or to coaching with you. The ascension-based content at the end of the day is really just showing people how they can be the highest level client, effectively how they can buy, invest, and operate like you. Your best client, and if you think of it right now, top 2 to 3 clients, they probably talk the same. They're very self-led. They're the type of people who, once they have enough information, they're going all in. They love working with a coach because the coach helps build them up. It helps increase their belief, but also it helps fast track their results. And there's someone who gets excited about the transformation process and they don't complain. So if we want to be able to get high-level clients like that, we need to create ascension-based content. So those would be the 5 steps that I would use to help fast track me back to that 20 to 30K months. And then as a bonus step, number 6, once I hit that 20 to 30K month recurring, I'd start pumping ads like crazy on Facebook. Meta ads are still doing incredible. YouTube ads are doing incredible, because guess what? You're going to need more eyes, and your organic is already going to be building people over and over again. So this is where you're going to need unknown eyes, maybe people who haven't seen your content. And that would be like my bonus tip number 6. Like once you hit the 20 to 30K recurring months, start putting ads out there. That increases your visibility, and that starts putting you in front of audiences that maybe haven't seen you before. So that's going to be all for this one. For more videos just like this, guys, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification icon, as I'm going to be doing like more shorter kind of pack-a-punch videos in this channel. I really love doing long form content, but I think the biggest thing too is like, what's going to be the meat and potatoes of this that's really going to get your businesses built. So stay tuned for little smaller videos as well. But one more thing before we go, if you're actively looking to scale your online coaching past 10 to 15K months, I'd encourage you to check out our Coach to Coach program in the description. It's a phenomenal program that is custom to each and every person, one-on-one coaching, high level, where we help you build an authentic brand your way, one that's going to be in line with what you are operating with every single day, and just super fun. I love having fun. I'm sure you love having fun. Check out the program. Otherwise, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video. See ya.